Hi guys, today we're doing a 50 Shades of Grey nail art tutorial. Let's get started. These are all the gray colors that I own, so I just thought I'd pull them all out and show them at first. I don't end up using all of them, but I just thought I'd let you know that you have plenty of options. You don't have to necessarily do this the way I did, but I'm really excited to see this movie. I did read the books. They weren't my favorite, but I do kind of like how it opens the eyes of the world a little bit to what could be more normal than what people think. So anyway, here are all the shades, and I'm just going to be using the China Glaze, the Instant Dry, and then the Revlon in the front that is sparkly. The first thing you'll need to do is paint your ring fingers red, and this is going to depict the red room of pain for us. Just like on these nails here. This will be the final look. So you're going to have the ombre gray on 2 fingers, the tie on a finger, and then this design that kind of looks like a tie. So we started with this red. I also use this as a base coat and this on top of it to smooth out my nails. And this is the top coat that I use for the design. Then we're going to go in and paint our nails 2 coats of this China Glaze. It's going to go on your pinky finger and on your middle finger. Then we're going to go in and paint 2 coats of the Show Stealer from the Instant Dry Nails. And this is going on your thumb. This coat doesn't necessarily have to be 2 coats. I just do it because my nails are growing out after having fake nails on, so they still have some of those ridges and bumps on them, and this helps smooth them out with an extra coat. Then we're going to go in with this color, and we're going to be painting our pointer finger, and this is a Revlon color. I chose this color for a couple of reasons. One, it looks very gray in the bottle, but once you paint it on, it looks gray with flecks of gold on it. And I kind of like that idea, seeing as Mr. Gray is very, very rich, and this kind of depicts that more lush lifestyle. And I do end up doing 3 coats of this. I just wanted it really opaque, and again to make my nail look a little bit more smooth than they really are. And there you have it, all of the base coats completed on your nails, and that's going to be our tie nail. So to do the tie, I use the China Glaze color and a dotting tool. It's really quite simple. First I paint on the smallest end of my dotting tool. Then I make a line straight down the middle of my nail. Then towards the bottom, I'm going to make it look like an elongated diamond. So we just kind of stretch the sides out a little bit I started with 2 dots to kind of eyeball where I would like it, and then I start to fill it in. If it's easiest for you, just make an arrow on the end and then just attach it back at the top. And here we are, just making that elongated triangle at the top. And then at the top of the tie, you're just going to make a rectangle. And the easy way to do this is to do 3 dots, 1 in the middle and 2 on each side, just a little bit wider than the tie itself is. Here I'm going in and just straightening out some of those lines a little bit. This looks a little bit more even. And there you go. You have your tie. Okay, so for this next part I'm going to show you how to do the fishtail design that I do on the thumbs. And here I'm just lining up the 3 polishes. I do it in this way so I don't forget what order I'm going in. For me, that's the hardest part of this tutorial for this design. I tend to forget which polish was which order, and then it just doesn't look quite as right. So the first thing you want to do is just draw an X on your nail, starting with the first color you choose and then moving on to the next one. Then you'll do a 3rd stripe right next to the first one to start that fishtail design. And then you'll just continue on through the whole nail doing this. It's really easy to do. You're just drawing stripes on your nail. And if they're not exactly perfectly lined up, that's okay, because when you do your next stripe on the next line, you can always cover up part of that imperfection and make it look like it's part of the nail. And eventually you're going to cover up the tail ends until you get all the way down to the nail. And depending on how long your nail is, depends on how many stripes you want to add. So my right thumb was a little bit shorter than my left thumb, so you can see that I may just have a little bit thicker stripes on my right than my left. But this is the end design for the tie on the thumb, which is usually called a fishtail design. And I hope you guys like it. Okay, for the next part we're just going to do 3 triple X's with this black nail marker like I did on this finger, and it's really easy to do with this so you get the precision that you're looking for. And I did the triple X's because obviously it's representing the red room of pain and it's a little bit naughty. So just to go with that, I just did 3 X's straight down the middle of the nail. Okay. Okay, then we're going to do the sponge for the last 2 nails and then you're done. So I'm just taking the sparkly gray color, and I believe this is the Revlon color, and painting that on as the bottom of the nail, and then I'm going to another stripe just above that and overlap them just slightly. And I put on enough polish here that I only needed to paint it on once. You can do this as many times as you want to make it as opaque as you want. I just happen to have enough polish on there that I could take care of it in 2 swipes for each nail. So here I am showing you painting these 2, and I did the glittery polish right towards the center of my nail, so you could see just a little bit of the darker polish towards the top, and then it was the ombre from the bottom. And I just put it on, line it up correctly, and roll it across my nail. For me, this is one of the techniques that works best. I see a lot of people sponge and they move back and forth, but for this particular one, I just did a rolling technique. And there you go. So here's the finished look. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye.